morning. Please be seated while we allow others to be entering.
To our president, Dr. Bennett Fayers, members of our board, faculty, staff, family, friends, and especially to the graduating class of 2021. Make some noise. Class of 2021, you are a living testimony that God is faithful. My task for today is to open us up with scripture, and I call your attention to a short passage of scripture found in Lamentations, the 3rd chapter, verses 22 and 23. It encapsulates our experience in this culminating moment. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. You have heard the reading of God's holy word. Congratulations again to the class of 2021.
With protocol already being established, let us bow for a word of prayer. And God, we want to tell you thank you for your mercy. Because of mercy, Lord God, you have allowed students to come this far. We thank you for first-time graduates and families who never thought they would see a diploma. We thank you for staff and faculty, Lord God, who pressed on through a pandemic. We thank you for new staff and faculty that have come not even knowing what would happen, not even knowing what LeMoyne would be like, but coming on faith. We thank you for parents, Lord God, that push students on. And we thank you for this day. We ask that you would be glorified in this moment, that you would allow LeMoyne-Owen to put you on display for the world to see. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
heals, knowing my help. It's coming from you. Your peace you've given in the times of the storms. You are the source of my strength. Oh, you are the strength of my life, my life. I will lift my hands in total praise to you. Lord, I will lift mine eyes to the hills, knowing my help, all of my help, it's coming from you. Your peace you've given in the times of the storms. You are the source of my strength. Oh, you are the strength of my life, my life. You are the source of my strength every day. You are the strength of my life. I'll lift my hands in total praise to you. Amen. 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 Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Randolph, for that beautiful rendition of Total Praise. How dare you do that to me? Good morning, everyone. It is such a blessing and an honor and a privilege to be before you this morning. On behalf of the entire LeMoyne-Owen College Board of Trustees, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 151st commencement ceremony. Yeah, go ahead. Today is an exciting day for many, many different reasons. We're here physically and digitally to celebrate you, the class of 2021. Your accomplishments are a testimony to your strength and your dedication, but also your resilience. You've incurred obstacles, especially this last year, but you persevered. You made it. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the support that you received throughout your journey. To all the parents, family, and friends, we say thank you. Your encouraging words, actions, and sacrifices truly have made the difference. We know how proud you must be of your graduates. Additionally, we show our appreciation to LeMoyne-Owen College faculty and staff. Your guidance and your support certainly helped mold each of our graduates. We are grateful for your hard work. Graduates, as we reflect on why we're here today, we also remember those that have paved the way. Since 1862, LeMoyne-Owen College has been committed to transforming the lives through education and preparing leaders for the future. Today is an example of the power of higher education. What each of you have done is no small feat, and it will open doors to achieve your goals and your dreams. Today is both the end and the beginning. Though you are saying goodbye to your undergrad years, you're at the beginning of the next stages of your life. Whether you're going on to graduate school or entering the workforce, your time at LeMoyne has provided education and experiences to propel you to the next levels in your life. You are ambassadors for LeMoyne-Owen College, and we encourage you to take up that mantle with pride. Share your story with others. Tell them of your experiences and your history and the great historic legacy of LeMoyne-Owen College. You can now pave the way. It is your turn to be a role model for current and future magicians. In the words of Marian Wright Edelman, HBCU graduate, activist, and the first Black woman admitted to the Mississippi Bar, education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it. To the class of 2021, I have no doubt that you will change whatever community you find yourselves in, and that you will leave your community better than you found it in your future endeavors. Now, this is one of my favorite things about this year. Three who have been featured. Go ahead, clap. Please, please, please. 3 bold, audacious, brave young women. Please join me in welcoming your 2021 class valedictorians. Yeah, this is clearly my cue to get out of the way. All right, so please welcome me, join me in welcoming your 2021 class valedictorians, Miss Sana Christian, Miss Ara Lopez, and Miss Avion Robinson.
Members of the Board of Trustees, President Bennett Fairs, the executive team, faculty, staff, guests, a pleasant morning to you all. My fellow graduates, good morning. Hola. To my dear Zim friend, Metembe, Saubona. Unjani, Ekaro, I will be similar, and of course, Wagwan LOC. 6 languages, 6 countries represented in our graduating class, 6 unique cultures we all interacted with. Thank you to everyone who made this journey that much easier for us. Thank you to our professors and the staff who were always willing to help. To everyone who held our hands as we walked this journey. Personally, I want to send a huge thank you to my family and friends who are always around to celebrate the milestones with me. To my mommy who just shouted, my grandparents watching from Jamaica, and I do hope they got the link to work. And to everyone else, you know who you are, thank you. We're graduating in the middle of a panorama. That's a huge accomplishment. And for those in the building who just happen to be above 25, panorama is like a young people way of saying pandemic. We're about to graduate into a world which is different, not only because of the Panasonic, also known as a pandemic, but because of the unique challenges which come with being a Black person in a society which makes it tough for us to live without apprehension. We're about to graduate into a world where working and studying from home is our new norm, and where the nature of the jobs we will be doing are evolving. The final year of our college life was taken from us, but we pivoted. We adjusted, we adapted, and here we are. That's exactly what life is about, isn't it? When you face those challenges that are sure to come up, think about how you can pivot, how you can adjust, how you can adapt. And look yourself in the mirror and say, self, I graduated in the middle of the Rona. I can do anything. We're going to miss fried chicken Mondays. We're going to miss Dr. Jointer's, hey baby. And we're going to miss the lane basketball games. But I'm certain we won't miss the online school life. I'm so happy to be done with that. Before I run the risk of this becoming one of those speeches you forget, I'll summarize and leave you with just a few short phrases. I hope you'll remember one. Be audacious. You matter. You have so much more to offer this world than you know. When you run into challenges, you just need to pivot, adjust, and adapt. It has been the pleasure of a lifetime to have been your fellow magician and to have served as your student government president for the past 2 years. Class of 2021, congratulations. And remember to wash your hands. We are still in the middle of a panini. Go be great.
Coming from a country where serving others can be seen as a challenge and a threat to the corrupt status quo, where being a college student doesn't ensure being spared from many injustices as social inequity, sexual assault, and religious discrimination. I am beyond grateful to LeMoyne-Owen College, Board of Trustees, faculty, administrators, as well as the W.E.B. Du Bois Honors Program and the Retention Center tutors. You have celebrated our efforts and achievements. You believe in us and continuously encourage us to persevere. I am sure we all have a unique reason to be grateful to LeMoyne-Owen College. Let us not only show our gratitude in words, but let us show our gratitude by serving the world that waits for us. Let us serve wherever we go, as LeMoyne-Owen College has served its students regardless of nationality, skin color, or religion. As we stand here today, we are not afraid, we are empowered. Although corrupt governments have taken much from us, we now have the powerful weapon of education to help our communities rise. To the families and friends who are present, and to those like my dear family who couldn't be here, there are not enough words to describe how thankful we are for your support, hard work, and prayers that brought us to this day. Please know that your love and investment in our future will be represented well. Sea Dios facilitando nuestro camino mientras nos retamos a ayudar este mundo. May God is our path while we challenge ourselves to serve this global world. Thank you.
Y'all making me nervous now. Come on, come on. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. To the President, Dr. Vernell Bennett Fairs, the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, family and friends, and fellow graduates, I am honored to share the title of valedictorian with two other inspiring women in a historical moment for LeMoyne-Owen College. On behalf of the 2021 class, we want to express the immense gratitude for the amount of love and support that was poured onto us during our time here. Any institution can grant a degree, but a great institution nurtures its students and changes the way they approach the world. I am here today, proud to say I am an HBCU graduate, the place where dreams really do come true. I'm gonna start crying, y'all. To my family and friends, I'm sure you already know, but I am beyond grateful for your love and support. The enormous sacrifices you made to allow me to be here today cannot be quantified. To Mom and Dad, thank you for never accepting anything from me that was not my absolute best. This is a quality I know I would take with me for the rest of my life. To my fellow graduates, we are the future. This is both exciting and frightening. This year has been challenging in more ways than one, yet all of us are here because we were determined to achieve our goals. I want to personally say that I am proud of each one of you. We have put in the hard work, and I'm so glad it is finally paying off. I could not end these remarks without giving a special acknowledgement to the students and staff of the Natural Sciences Division. When I was writing this speech, I kept trying to come up with a nice way to summarize our experience as science and math majors, and I think it can be best stated as the struggle was real. We all have seen the statistics on the adversities of being African American or a minority in general when it comes to STEM career fields. I want to reiterate to you how proud you should be for accomplishing something so many could not. To my biology and chemistry professors, I know one day I will be grateful for how hard you all pushed me. Today is not that day. I am absolutely still feeling the effects of those final exams. But on a more serious note, I know that as I progress into my future endeavors, I'll be more than appreciative than you could imagine. Please never stop expecting the best from your students. In closing, remember to always be an inspiration to others. You have overcome some major hurdles, and you can do the same for those who follow. If you can commit to your goals the way you have these past few years, nothing else can hold you back. Today is not the end, but nearly the beginning of everything to come. Thank you.
Good morning. Eric A. Moses is an accomplished C-level executive with expertise in commercial law, economic development, sports, entertainment, and hospitality. During his career, he has developed a successful track record of building high-performing teams, instituting innovative programming, while streamlining operations, management, and improving underperforming organizations. On August 21st, 2020, Dover Motorsports named him president of the Nashville Speedway, making him the first Black man to hold that title at any NASCAR track in history. Mr. Moses is leading the effort to reopen the Nashville Superspeedway and host an annual NASCAR Cup Series race in the Nashville market for the first time in nearly 40 years. In addition to assembling a top-notch team, refreshing the brand, renovating the facilities, and reintroducing the organization to the Middle Tennessee community, Mr. Moses will focus on developing other signature events within a robust event calendar for the facility. Originally opened in 2001, but dormant since 2011, the Lebanon, Tennessee-based facility has never previously hosted Cup Series racing. Prior to joining Dover Motorsports, Mr. Moses served as the founding president of the DC Defenders of the XFL Professional Football League. In that role, he was responsible for all aspects of the team's business operations and fan management, including ticket sales, corporate partnerships, marketing, content communications, and community engagement, along with game day experience. Over the last decade, Mr. Moses has served as the Senior Vice President and Managing Director of Sports, Entertainment, and Special Events for DC, where he managed several of its facilities and worked to attract major events to those venues, including Nationals Park, the Walter E. Washington Convention Center, Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium and Festival Grounds, the D.C. Armory, the Entertainment and Sports Arena Gateway D.C. Pavilion, and Rise Demonstration Center. Moses also launched Events DC's Corporate Partnerships Initiative that connected the organization with brands such as PepsiCo, Lyft, Hilton, Marriott, Red Bull, RCN, and the DC Lottery. Before the 2009 merger that created Events DC, Moses was CEO of the DC Sports and Entertainment Commission. In addition to navigating its merger with the Washington Convention Center Authority, Moses oversaw the completion of construction of Nationals Park, the launch and development of the Military Bowl, the creation and launch of the AT&T Nations Football Classic, and was the catalyst behind the public-private partnership which developed the state park at RFK Stadium. Prior to beginning his career in sports and entertainment, Mr. Moses served as the director of the District of Columbia's Department of Small and Local Business Development and began his career in private practice with Dolon's PLLC. He then joined America Online Incorporated, where he served as legal counsel and as the director of business development. Mr. Moses has served as counsel at the DC-based law firm of Fish Sigler LLP and as an adjunct professor in the sports industry management program at Georgetown University's School of Continuing Studies. He serves on the board of directors for the DC Jazz Festival, the Military Bowl Foundation, and the U.S. Tennis Association Mid-Atlantic Section. Mr. Moses received his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and his JD from the Duke University School of Law. He is a member of the bar in both Maryland and the District of Columbia. Mr. Moses is a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. He is married to Miyoshi James Moses and is the father of Evan and Ethan Moses. Please join me in welcoming our 2021 commencement speaker, Mr. Eric Moses.
Well, that was longer than I thought it would be. Good morning, Madam President, Dr. Vernell, Bennett Fairs, members of the Board of Trustees, National Alumni Association President, distinguished members of the Silver, Golden, and Diamond Anniversary classes, members of the clergy, esteemed faculty and staff, proud alumni, excited family and friends, and of course, the remarkable graduating students of the class of 2021 of LeMoyne-Owen College. I'm pleased to be with you in this beautiful venue on this beautiful and auspicious occasion. Though I'm a fairly new resident of the state of Tennessee, I am certainly familiar with this great institution. It's fitting that your school motto is leadership, opportunity, change, because any objective reading of the origins and history of this college and of the accomplishments of its alumni clearly shows that motto being put into practice. In fact, during my time in public service in Washington, D.C., I had the honor of working with one of your more notable alums, former D.C. Mayor Marion Barry. During his student days in the 1950s, Mayor Barry was a pioneer for getting into what we now call good trouble. He graduated from this college and embarked on a career that demonstrated his leadership as an activist and his commitment to inspire change in our nation's capital that has been felt for generations. The kind of transformative leadership that LeMoyne-Owen College seeks to instill in its graduates. As was mentioned in my long introduction, I've had the good fortune to occupy many high-profile roles in my professional career, most recently becoming president of the Nashville Superspeedway. If you Google my name, you'll find numerous newspaper and magazine articles written about me, scores of TV and radio podcast interviews I've given, my LinkedIn profile, and my bio. And each of these sources would tell you about my accomplishments. But I'm not here to discuss accomplishments. I want to talk to you about what's much more important, and that's the journey, your journey. From where you sit right now, it may seem like people like me have always had our lives and careers figured out. And true to my upbringing as a member of Generation X, I did have a plan to get to where I am, or at least somewhere comparable. But I can assure you that the road from there to here is not the straight line that it might appear from my bio. What you won't read in my resume are the times that I failed, or lost my way, or through no fault of my own was the victim of circumstances beyond my control. LinkedIn doesn't explain why I left a six-figure job at AOL Time Warner to become an entrepreneur, or how, as a result of that experience, I had to leverage my network to secure a job making less than $25,000 a year in order to get health insurance before the birth of my second child, as I rebounded from being a failed entrepreneur. Those news articles won't tell you how I emotionally and financially survived the loss of my dream job as a president of a professional football team due to the COVID-19 pandemic that ultimately bankrupted the league and shut down sports and entertainment all over the world. Each of those experiences, though, is part of my journey, and I own it. And while they came as a surprise, bumps in the road, detours, and roadblocks should never really be surprising, especially not to our people. Experiences like those are what institutions like this were made for, to equip you with the ability to persevere. Now look, I'm not bold enough to think that I have the wisdom to give you life-altering advice about what lies ahead as you stand on the precipices of your future. Nor do I think I'm an expert on the world you're about to fully step into. None of us really are, despite our age, titles, experiences, or perceived wisdom. Make no mistake, none of us up here or out there in the world have the cheat codes for life. We can all agree that these are very strange times. The pandemic challenged us in ways that no one could have imagined. We may have been able to retreat indoors and behind face masks to protect ourselves from disease, but we couldn't escape the horrifying images of the senseless murder of George Floyd that were streamed into our living rooms over and over and over again. Add to that the most highly contested presidential election in recent memory, an unyielding onslaught of social media vitriol and vanity, and if that wasn't enough drama for you, the entire world got to witness an orchestrated attack on our nation's capital, the very home of our democracy. To say these past 15 months have been trying would be the understatement of a lifetime. And yet, here you are, still standing, flourishing in fact, as you prepare to leave 807 Walker Avenue. The place that's nurtured you and prepared you for what lies ahead. You are resilient in ways your elders may recognize, but likely cannot fully appreciate. Your battle may have familiar elements as the ones that came before, but the context is very different. The field of battle framed in ways that your parents and grandparents couldn't have imagined. In some ways better, but in other ways worse than our own. So on behalf of the older generations, I'm asking you to please forgive us. If we seem unprepared to assist you or fully understand your struggles when you exhibit your pain, your anxiety, your hurt, when we come in contact with your rage or your reticence to heed our advice, if our words do not encourage you like we hoped or like you need them to, the reality is this is not a time for our leadership, not a time for our way of doing things, not a time for you to blindly follow us. This is not our time. This is a time that was made for such a generation as this, and you were made for such a time as this. You were also made for such a world as this, one that is fractured after decades of self-indulgence and unstable after centuries of conquest. One that craves a leader but cannot agree on what leadership is. One that desires community but often fears its own neighbors. This is a world in crisis, trying desperately to play it cool. And for generations now, we've celebrated strong leaders who speak assertively and act decisively. And there's been little room for patience or measured contemplation, and even less for emotion, especially empathy, until now. Everything that you do and those of your generation have experienced during this time has been preparing you for the world that you will inherit. That you speak out against injustice in whatever form you see it is proof you are equipped to advocate for the millions who feel voiceless. That you accept each other's differences is evidence that we can live with mutual respect for all. That you do not hide your feelings, silence your hurt, or mock the struggles of others and that you fear no rejection from those that do, tells me that you are more than capable of healing this divisive and disagreeable world on your terms. So then what do we, the older generations, offer you? What are we as parents and professors, mentors and supervisors, those of us with years of experience that sit in the seats that you desire to occupy? What is it that we provide to the next generation as you step forth to assume your places of influence, leadership, and power on your journey towards greatness? Well, at our best, we can offer you perspective. Our ascension may not have been accomplished on the same terms that yours will be, but there is value in learning the roads that we've traveled. So you're prepared when you encounter the same rocky paths or treacherous highways. We can be helpful guides on your journey. We know the system because we helped build it. We understand the opportunities, either because we seized them or let them pass or found them to be just outside of our reach. We know how to spot trees that bear fruit that will nourish you and those that will poison you. And when you identify your destination, we know how to help you make an entrance. My generation's role, as I often remind my college and high school age sons, is not simply to use our wherewithal to open doors on your behalf, but to provide you guidance on how to walk through those doors and ensure that you come correct when you arrive. Because one thing we certainly know, and not because we're smarter, but because we are older, is that the only things you can wholly control are what your attitude is towards life and how you respond to what happens. So when your moment comes, how you identify it and what you do with it, well, that's up to each of you. But ensuring that you are prepared for that moment, well, that responsibility belongs to all of us. Many will say that your experiences in college have been unique, and that's true. No class before you can say they've encountered these kinds of challenges, made these types of pivots, or endured this distinct set of pressures. But it's also true that all across this country and all around the world, a subset of people did have your experience. And along with you, they will have to figure out how to turn the page to greet the next chapter. And as this generation begins to determine its way forward, from the bottom of my heart, I pray that you will allow hope to bloom in your spirit, despite what you've been through and because of what you've been through. I pray you envision healthier and safer communities on the horizon and equal justice along the way. I pray you feel supported in ways you once thought unlikely, are seen in ways you yearn to be seen, and recognized for the sum total of who you are in places and spaces you may have never thought that you would occupy. For the class of 2021 is certainly made for a future such as this. Now, to be clear, I have no doubts that this class is ready to go out in the world and to perform that special kind of magic they teach you around here. You've been educated in a place known for producing leaders, and you've come of age during a time and under circumstances that uniquely qualify you for the world that awaits. But despite your preparation and readiness, I hope that you will allow me to offer a few observations from my journey that may prove useful to you along the way. First, be prepared. In the age of Google, LinkedIn, TED Talks, and countless knowledge resources that allow you to learn so much about the organizations, people, trends, and issues of the day that affect the opportunities you seek, there is no excuse for being unprepared. Your career journey starts with being well-informed. Second, be intentional. I am living proof that an intentionally cultivated and well-maintained personal and professional network will benefit you in ways that can surprise you. Trust me. Whenever someone Black finds out that we have a mutual friend or a mutual contact together and says something to me like, "Wow, small world," I answer exactly the same every time. And shame on us if we don't make it smaller. Now, as my pastor says, I'm going to say that again so you don't miss the message. Shame on us if we don't make our world smaller. This is a highly interconnected world, and we especially need these connections and networks along our journey. So I challenge you to ensure that you're not out in the world just collecting business cards and LinkedIn contacts and Instagram followers, but you're developing real relationships with people that can help you and that you may be able to help in the future. Third, be comfortable with the uncomfortable. This last year, and probably your entire lives, have taught you the unpredictability of the modern world. Those that are unable to adapt to changing circumstances will falter and many will fail. To successfully navigate this world, we must equally be agile and assured of our capabilities. And finally, be courageous. As Maya Angelou said, courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. You can practice any virtue erratically, but nothing consistently without courage. The last 15 months, my friends, have been stressful and heartbreaking, and so many of us have lost so much. But in spite of that, I sincerely believe that there is no other time in history that the world is more open to you, more malleable to your collective will, and ready for you to determine your own destiny than right now. All of you have what is needed to do that, and we all look forward to seeing you do it. So again, congratulations to the class of 2021. May God bless you and keep you.
Thank you to Mr. Moses for that timely and encouraging message. Please come forward at this time. Mr. Moses, we are grateful for your presence and honored that you accepted our invitation to address our graduates, alumni, friends, supporters, faculty, and staff. We truly appreciate your words of wisdom. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to present Mr. Eric A. Moses an honorary doctorate of humane letters degree. I direct that you be vested with the hood appropriate to this degree. Now, therefore, by the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of LeMoyne-Owen College, I do confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters and admit you to all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Dr. Eric A. Moses, welcome to the LeMoyne-Owen College family. Article 1 of the Board of Trustees bylaws states, the Board of Trustees shall have responsibility for preserving, implementing, and assuring the future viability of LeMoyne-Owen College mission, which is to provide a transformative experience educating students for urban-focused leadership, scholarship, service, and professional careers. Dr. Carol Johnson Dean had no idea when she accepted the responsibility of serving as a member of the Board of Trustees that she would go on to lead the institution during a critical time. She did so with grace and tenacity. Dr. Johnson Dean did more than lead the institution during the presidential search, she advanced it. And for that, the board, especially yours truly, is most grateful. In recognition of Dr. Johnson Dean's service, sacrifices, and expert leadership during LOC's time of need, the Board of Trustees and local businessman, Johnny Pitts, have established an endowed scholarship in her honor. Dr. Johnson Dean, please come forward and accept this most deserved recognition and appreciation.
God is so very good. And I am truly grateful that he gave me the opportunity to serve here at LeMoyne-Owen College with these wonderful leaders that we are graduating today. And I hope that you listen to every one of their names, not just the valedictorians, who we're so proud of, but every one of them will be a leader somewhere in this community or in this nation or around the globe. I'm grateful to the faculty and the staff for all of their support, and for all of the alumni and the LeMoyne-Owen community for being there to help us get through a very difficult year. Thank you, and thank you, President Bennett Ferris and Chairperson Mrs. Patricia Covington and the entire Board of Trustees. So appreciative.
Everything has been fantastic so far, but I know that you all sitting in the audience are ready for this part. So, without further ado, will the marshal and the candidates for graduation receiving an Associate of Science degree please stand and move to the platform? We would ask you to please hold your applause until the names have been called for all the candidates who are receiving the Associate of Science degree. Shylin Gunn, Associate of Science, General Studies, magna cum laude. That group may be seated.
Will the marshal and candidates for graduation receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree please stand and move to the platform? Please hold applause until the names have been called for all of the candidates who are receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree. We said applause, we didn't say shouts. Good morning. Royce Alexander, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. Good morning. Diamond Askew Williams, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Good morning. Brianna Beeson, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. Good morning. Carla Brooks, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Good morning. Corey Dorson, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Mass Communication. Good morning. Kiana Evans, Kayana Evans, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Good morning. Give me a second. James Gant, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice Corrections. Darcy Harris, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology, cum laude. Marquavis Trevon Ingram, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. Good morning. Victoria Johnson, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Good morning. Jordan McFarland Lewis, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Mariah Mitchell, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. Jared Nathan, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. The Kedron Pryor, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. Good morning. Raquel Ransom, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies, cum laude. Good morning. Monique Roundtree, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Markia Savage, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Tyra Shaw has 2 degrees, Associate of Science, General Studies, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. Good morning. Terry Taylor, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Good morning. Mariah White, Bachelor of Arts, Sociology. Good morning. Ashlyn Williams, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. You may be seated.
Will the marshal and the candidates for the graduates receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree please stand and move to the platform? Again, please hold your applause until all the names have been called for all of the candidates who are receiving the Bachelor of Business degree in Administration. Felicia Arnold, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, cum laude. Gabrielle Barber, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, cum laude. Betty Benson, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Tiffany Black, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, magna cum laude. Coriana Blade, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting. Lonnie Brown, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Shamil Cash, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Lakeisha Cooper, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, cum laude. Sabaria Dean, Bachelor of Business Administration, cum laude. Essence DeBerry, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, magna cum laude. Jaerica Denton, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. I got you. Sabrina Denton, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, magna cum laude. Wade Evans III, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Coach. Dominique Golden, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Administration. Derek Hemphill, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, cum laude. Jasmine House, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Tyranny Hull, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting. Angelica Irby, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Sherlisa Jackson, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Christopher Jackson, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Robin Jackson, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting. Brianna Johnson, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Accounting. Kay Allison Jones, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Accounting. This is Sana Christian. We're going to stop for a second. Sana has been selected by the faculty as a graduate with distinction. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her. Sana Christian was born and raised in Clarendon, Jamaica. She is graduating with a degree in administration with a concentration in accounting. Sana has served as a student government president for 2 terms and is involved in the Academic Aid Association as a tutor and a member of the W.E.B. Du Bois Honor Society, while serving as the student representative on the college's Board of Trustees. Aside from her campus involvement, Sana is a coach and mentor with the STS Elite, Setting the Standard Enterprise, a nonprofit leadership development organization based in Memphis. Sana works as an equity research analyst with BLK Capital Management, a student-run long-short equity hedge fund, which has over $100,000 assets under management. Sana was just accepted for the Financial Executives International Award in April of 2021. She completed an internship in summer 2019 at Citigroup and in summer 2020 at JP Morgan Chase & Company, both in New York City. She has accepted a full-time offer with JP Morgan as an equity capital markets investment banking analyst in New York City. She is an only child and enjoys listening to Afro beats and reading. Sana is passionate about women and empowerment, and for these reasons, Sana was selected by the faculty as a graduate distinction. Sana Christian, Bachelor's of Business Administration, Business Accounting, summa cum laude. Ariel Kite, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Tawanda Leek, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, magna cum laude. William Lewis, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Alexis McKenzie, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. V. Ethel Patterson, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Narissa Pierce Dunlap, Bachelor of Business Administration, Management. Kenneth Pruitt, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Now I'm going to go off script for a second and ask Mr. Pruitt to stand at the end of the stage there before exiting. Next I have his daughter, Kristen Pruitt. So we have a father-daughter graduate this year. Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. That's a proud papa moment right there. Frederick Smith Jr., Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. Kiosha Thomas, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, magna cum laude. Quantara Williams, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management, magna cum laude. Jeremiah Williams, Bachelor of Business Administration, Business Management. You may be seated. Now, will the marshal and the candidates for graduation receiving the Bachelor of Science degree please stand and move to the platform? And one more time, we will ask you to please hold your applause until the names have been called for all of the candidates who are receiving the Bachelor of Science degree. Destiny Bonds, Bachelor of Science, Social Work. Latasha Brooks, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies, cum laude. Mia Bruce Moore, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. Jeremiah Crawford, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Information Assurance, and Cyber Defense. Andrea Diaz, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. Erica Flowers, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies, magna cum laude. Journey Gibson, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Kadaria Hayes, Bachelor of Science, Social Work. Mariah Jackson, Bachelor of Science, Social Work. Go ahead. Maya Kimbrough, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science. Amira King, Bachelor of Science, Biology. Gerard Kobiani, Bachelor of Science, Biology, summa cum laude. Mathembe Mayo, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, summa cum laude. Tanisha Nesby, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, magna cum laude. Taylor Norman, Bachelor of Science, Social Work. Taylor Phillips, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. Darius Pierce, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. Hannah Perham, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. Jordan Sanders, Bachelor of Science, Social Work. Krista Shaw, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies, cum laude. Austin Simpson, Bachelor of Science, Biology. And Quilla Tate, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. Thank you. Janitha Tuggle, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Studies. Alicia White, Bachelor of Science, Social Work. Stay right there, Queen. Avion Robinson. I'm going to ask her to stay here. She has also been selected by the faculty as a graduate with distinction. So let me tell you a little more about her. You already know a lot, right? Avion Robinson carries honorably the prestigious title of Miss LeMoyne-Owen College for the academic year of 2021. She can be described as ambitious, studious, peer-oriented, and community-oriented. Avion presented her platform initiative as Miss LeMoyne-Owen by offering a tutorial assistance program especially designed for freshman students for basic skills refreshers in the area of mathematics and English. Working with supportive community services with elderly citizens in her hometown of Memphis is an example of her intense community service commitment. As the official student ambassador, her platform initiative was successfully presented with the collaboration of the Class Royals, the Class Kings and Queens, and the Royal Connection Leadership Organization. Her membership in various organizations verifies that she certainly is an academically endowed young woman. She has served as the president of the W.E.B. Du Bois Scholarship Organization, as well as the president of the Science Club. As a LeMoyne-Owen College biology major, she has served as a student lecturer at Xavier University's Health Disparity Conference. She was highlighted in Black College Today magazine for representing LeMoyne-Owen College in the National Alumni Hall of Fame of Black College Queens.